I shall get started and we'll see Charlotte when she appears. So I've got a lovely class plan this evening. It's quite an active class. We've got quite a bit going on. We've had a few restful weeks and I thought it's time to get the energy moving. The darker days draw in. It's important to keep our internal fire lit. So then we're going to work with the sun salutation and a charity pose, so nice heart opening poses. So just bring yourself to your standing position. And we're going to begin by just exploring the soles of the feet. So just begin with a little bit of rocking backwards and forwards. And gently engaging your core muscles as you move. And then begin to circle around the soles of the feet. Really pressing down through the sides of the feet, exploring all the bones in the feet. And then let yourself become still. Refresh your core muscles and then go back the opposite direction. Which way I've just been going. There we go. And just allow your body to come to steadiness. And then lifting your toes up, stretching out your toes and allowing the soles of the feet to become really active. Letting the arches of the feet lift, and that'll engage the muscles in the calves and the quads. Hello. Place your toes back down and feel the soles of the feet spreading. Press down into the four corners of the feet, the ball of the foot and the back of the heel. Let your awareness rise up through your legs now, allowing your knees to be soft. Park your pelvis into neutral. Breathe in, allow the sternum to lift. Breathe out. Allow your shoulders just to lift up towards your ears, circle your shoulders back. Feel the crown of the head rising up. And just take a couple of breaths in and out here. Centering the body. Begin to stretch your fingers. Feel right down into the fingertips. Now we're going to give the hands a shake. And then let your awareness come into your thumbs. Just feel the thumbs loosening up your first finger, your middle finger, your ring finger and your little finger. Feel it traveling to the palm and the wrist, the forearm and the elbow and your shoulders. Let's give your knees a bit of a bend. Any tension just slip away. That's great. Let your hands come up through the midline and give your hands a shake up above your head. And then just pause. And from your pause, reach up. Let the sternum lift. Breathe in as you rise up. Then let your shoulders relax. Breathe in once more. And as you breathe out, let your arms just descend down as you create that circle in front. Beautiful. Give your right leg a bit of a shake. And we're just going to do a little bit of alternating. So not so controlled this evening. Just give the legs a bit of a shake out. And just swap as you feel like you want to. Lovely. And then let your legs come back down. Take your hands over towards the right side. And we're going to sweep from the right to the left side. And then lift all the way up. Nice big circle. Sink down into your knees. Come to the left and sweep across. Breathe in as you lift up. Breathe out as you sink down. Sweep. Breathe in. Lovely. Sinking down through the hips. And then moving left to right. Lovely. Lift in. flowing with it. And just feel as though you're almost like you're moving a mist from in front of you. You're letting, clearing the way. And up, sinking down. Sweet. Beautiful. Enjoy those nice big circles. We'll just do a couple more. Your body to flow into it. We'll make this one the last one. Take the arms all the way up, down, and then end up on that left side. Bring your feet back together. Your arms a bit of a shake out. And start to give your knees a bit of a tap. Got a bit of cross patterning happening. We're getting the heart rate moving. You're lifting your knees up towards your hands. Then we're going to change the movement, and it's going to become a knee to an elbow. And if you can, take your knee right across the body. These are great for your brain. Everything working, everything coordinated. And we're going to change the movement again. So just as you've got it, we change it. So it's you're tapping your foot behind. And then once you've got a lovely rhythm, create a nice stretch to the side of the body to get a lovely C shape. Lovely. And then we'll do a pew in front. Lifting the foot to the hand. And then we're going to do it backwards now. So we'll do two behind. And then we've got elbow to knee. And to knee. And then just come back to standing. Close your eyes for a moment. Just feel the body relaxing down. Let's work with the shoulders. Circling the shoulders back as you sink down into your knees. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, let the shoulders draw back. Your shoulder circles. Synchronizing your breath and the movement. And then we'll just do one more. And then begin to take one shoulder back and then the other. Allowing your hips to move. Allowing the hips to flow. Start to let your elbows lift into it. Get some space in the sides of your body. And then start to let the other arm swing through and underneath. So one elbow lifts and the other arm swings through. And then changing that movement into a beautiful flowing figure of eight. Moving into your figure of eight and allowing that figure of eight to go wherever you wish. Close your eyes and just flow with it. Using it to release any tension from your spine. And then stepping your feet closer together and just let your arms swing around the body. Moving from the base of the spine, just turning the hips. And start to let your arms lift up. And the arms are really soft and they tap against your body. They give you a bit of a free massage. Hands come to shoulder level. And then take your arms up into that space above. And then let those arms come down. Lift your heels, let your sternum lift. And start to let the arms lift up again. Just bring to the space above. Raising that energy up. Let the arms come down. And then your third stage is just to give your knees a nice bend, stretching out through the quads. And then slowly, steadily let the body come back to that place of standing. Close your eyes for a moment. So we're going to work with Surya Namaskar, salutation to the sun. So feel free to adapt it as you wish. And I'm going to invite you to step towards the front of your mat. And we're going to begin in Tadasana Mountain Pose. So let the weight distribute evenly through your body. Have your feet hip distance. And we're igniting that inner sunshine. We're getting your energy flowing. Your knees be soft. Park your hips and pelvis into neutral. Breathe in, let your sternum lift. Breathe out, let your shoulders lift towards your ears. Take your shoulders back. Feel the crown of the head rising. Beautiful. Let the hands come close in front, back, so the hands close together and lift up, allowing the sternum to lift, looking up towards the back of the hands. And then flow forwards, come down into your forward bend. You can bend your knees as you wish, and then rise back up. Drawing the hands back up through the midline of the body, lifting up, opening out as if greeting the sun, and flowing back down. Each time you stand up, you're breathing in. And exhaling as you flow down. Now, this time you come down towards the ground. Place your hands down onto the mat, either in front of your feet or at the sides of your feet. And just pause for a moment in that forward bend. Allow your head, neck and shoulders to relax. And then take your right foot back. Bring your right knee down onto the mat. Release the top of your foot, pop your core muscles on. Have your palms facing one another and take your arms back behind. We're going to sweep the arms through to eye level. Breathe out, flow forward, spread down, lift the arms. Lifting a little bit higher each time. You're flowing down. Third time lifting up, and you can just hold that shape for a moment or two. Taking a breath in and out, feel the expansion in the chest, steadiness in the hips. And then softly flow back down. Allow your hands to move behind. And then bring your hands forward, place them down either side of your leading foot. You're going to tuck your back toes under and step both feet back. And come down into that plank pose. So the whole of your body's in a straight line. Shoulders are above the hands. Just holding for a breath or two here, feeling those core muscles engaging, building that heat. And then lower yourself down to the mat. You can either bring knees down first, then chest, then chin, or you can just bring the chest straight down and the legs can come down afterwards. And then we're going to rise up. You can either come into Sphinx pose or you can lift up into cobra. So you're lifting the chest from the mat, elbows in towards the body. And then let the body come back down. Take your hands back 1 hand length and lift up, first of all, into your cat pose. And then tuck your toes under, take your abdomen towards your thighs and lift up into Ardha Muksvanasana, the dog. And you're going to walk your dog, so you're going to stretch out those hamstrings. And just enjoying your dog, let your head fall between your arms. Step your feet out to the corners of your mat, to the sides. Lift up through your pelvis. And then let your heels come down. I'm just going to stay here for a couple of breaths. This rejuvenates the eyesight, the brain, stretching out the biggest, broadest muscle in the back. Step your feet closer together and bring your right foot forward. So your right foot comes towards your hands. Bring your left knee onto the mat. Pop your core muscles on, take your arms behind. And then we repeat 3 times. Feel that flow through your spine. You can feel as though light is moving through your spine. Clearing away any blockages. On your final one, you can hold it. Let the sternum lift as if lifting towards the sun. And flowing back down. Placing your hands either side of your leading foot. Tuck your back toes under and step both feet back together at the front of your mat. And then begin to rise up 3 times. Lifting up to the sun and flowing down. Yeah, on your 3rd time, come all the way down towards the mat. Place your hands down. Pause in your forward bend for a moment or 2. And then step back with your left foot. Bring your left knee down onto the mat. And then we go back into runner in flight. So squeezing shoulder blades together. Breathing in, arms sweep through. Breathe out. So allow your movements to be led by your breath. As you lift up, you're breathing in, and as you fall forwards and down, breathing out. Nourishing those digestive organs. And then on your final one, can be 3rd or 4th, just pause for a second, hold that shape. Softly let the body flow down. Push your hands down either side of your foot, tuck your toes under, step both feet back, drop down into your plank pose. Just going to hold it for a couple of breaths. And then lower your body down, either knees, chest, chin, or you can just bring the chest down if you wish. Release your feet. And then rise up either into your Sphinx pose or into your cobra. If you're in Sphinx, you want to have shoulders above your elbows, cobra, elbows in towards the body. Press down into your palms and feel as though the sternum has been drawn forwards. Relax down when you're ready. Take your hands back 1 hand length. Lift up, tuck your toes under. Abdomen towards the thighs, and then you're lifting up into your dog pose. And then again, walking your dog. Stretching out those hamstrings, moving in a way that's just perfect for you. Take your feet out to the sides of your mat. Lift up onto the balls of your feet. And then as you breathe out, you can bring your heels down. Keep a nice soft bend into your knees. Taking long, slow breaths in this shape. Stepping your feet closer together. This time you're going to step your left foot forward towards your hands, your right knee down, and then moving into that runner once more. Which is softness and flow, allowing your body's wisdom to lead you. On your final one, pause, take a few breaths here, and just visualize that sun is pouring in to your body through the sternum, brightening the heart center, and then flowing down. Put your hands down onto the mat, step feet back together at the front of the mat, stay in your forward bend for a second. And when you're ready, slowly rising up. I'm going to come up 3 times, lifting up to the sun. All down. Third one, just pause with your arms up above your body. Your head to look up, openness through the throat. Take a few breaths in and out, filling the space in the chest. Visualize that that sun is pouring down and you're holding it in your hands. Let your palms unite up overhead and guide your hands down, allowing them to sit comfortably in front of the heart. Drawing your thumbs in towards your sternum into Anjali Mudra. Close your eyes for a second. Release your hands down by the sides. Beautiful. So we're actually going to flow straight into our next pose this evening. And we're going to work with some elements of the seat of compassion. I'm going to work with the charity pose, part of the Uttanasana. So that you've got 3 different ways you can hold your hands. So you can either clasp your hands at the sacrum, or you can hold your elbows, or you can bring your palms together, rotate your palms, and have your hands in a praying hand mudra behind your back. So to do that, best thing to do is to circle your shoulders back and then decide or have a play with all 3 of them. So your first one, circle your shoulders back and then clasp your hands. So you've got a stretch through the pecs basically. So see if that feels okay for you. And then have a go at doing the elbow hold. I personally find it really challenging to do that. Don't know why. And then the third one, if you want to give it a try, is I bring my hands together at the base and then I just swivel them round and then snuggle them in between your shoulder blades. But that can also get a bit tight. So it's up to you which one you want to do. So, but we'll start with the hands down by the sides. So I'm just going to lead you through it, and we're also going to work with the crane pose as well. So bring yourself to the left-hand side of your mat. Right back into your Tadasana to let the crown of your head rise up. Take a few breaths. Let your palms connect in front of your heart. Release your hands down and step out towards the right side. And try not to step too far because we're going to do a bit of balancing here. And then turn the toes of your right foot 90 degrees. Take your left heel back. And just check that your hips can do a bit of swizzling around, because it's actually like a forward bend we're going to do. But bring your hips back towards front. Anchor down through the soles of your feet. Now breathe in, lift both arms up either side of the body. And then as you turn your hips, decide which hand gesture you're going to go for. You want to make sure you get grounded and rooted through your feet. Then you're going to lift up and just recline back a tiny bit. So it's like you're lifting the sternum. And then we're going to do this lovely rocking movement. So bend your right knee and just come forward and just rock forward. And then it's like a wave comes up through your spine. And as you breathe in, you recline back again. And we're going to continue doing that a few times. Each time you do it, you can let the body sink a bit deeper down into that forward bend. Really use your core muscles and just let the body flow with it. You can allow that bend in your front knee. And this is a heart opening pose. It helps to cultivate feelings of generosity and compassion for self and for others. Opens the throat center. Now this time you come forward, come down as far as what's good for you. So just pause in that shape. Now release your hands, let your hands come forward, and just bend your knee and place your hands down onto the mat just in front of your foot. And then take your weight forward and bring your knees together so the bottom, so your shin comes off the mat. That's it. And then you're going to extend that leg back. So you're supported by your hands, but using the power in your glute. I'm just going to hold that shape for a moment or two into that crane pose. Lovely. Bend your leading knee, bring your foot back down onto the mat. Pop your core muscles on, sweep your hands up from behind, recreate your hand gesture, and then slowly bring yourself back up into your standing shape. And then we just go back, we flow a few more times. Easing the body forwards, really feeling that flow through your spine, in each vertebra. Beautiful, let the body come all the way up now. Turn your feet back towards the front. Let your hands lift up all the way up. And flow down into a forward bend. Just come all the way down. Let your head, neck and shoulders relax. You can bend your knees and just release any tension from your spine. Take a few deep breaths in that forward bend. And then slowly begin to rise back up, keeping the feet in that wider stance. Then the toes of your left foot 90 degrees. Take your right heel back. Check you can turn your hips. The core muscles on, spine lengthens. Breathe in, let your arms lift out to the side. And then turning your hips, taking your arms behind, and decide what you're going to do with your hands. You might want to take that right heel a little bit further back. Okay, breathing in, lifting sternum, just reclining back a tiny bit. And then as you breathe out, you can bend that leading knee and move in from the hips, and you're starting to flow. And it's this beautiful rocking movement, leading with your heart. Each time you come forward, you can come down a little bit further and let that leading knee bend. Or if you wish, you can keep your legs straight, it's up to you. Listen to your body. Okay. Now this time come down into whatever your shape is for your charity pose. Let your body relax here. Anchoring down through the feet, lengthening the spine. And then sending the arms out in front. Place your palms down just in front of your foot. Bend that front knee. Bring your knees together, lifting your shin off the mat. And then extending that leg back so you come into that T-balance. Just keeping the body steady there for a few moments. The elegant pose of the crane. Coming down, bending that leading knee, lowering your right foot down onto the mat. Core muscles on, take your hands behind, recreate your hand gesture, and slowly press down into that leading leg as you rise back up. And then just enjoy a few more of those flowing rocky movements, moving from the heart. And then come back to the front, bring your feet forwards. Release your hands down, palms face up. You're going to breathe in, bring both arms all the way up above the body and let your palms come together. Rolling all the fingers apart from your index fingers, so your index fingers pointing upwards. Okay. We're going to do some spirals to each of the energy centers. So you're going to come down towards the right side, bending into your right knee, and you sweep all the way down, make a big circle. Now this time we're going to make a circle at the level of the knees. Circle at the level of the hips. Circle at the level of the heart. At the level of the throat. The eyebrow center. Step your feet closer together and then one up to the crown. Both palms face up, reach up as if you're raising the sky. Let your shoulders relax, let your palms come together. Close your eyes and guide your hands down towards your heart. Spend a few moments resting into that Dru point. Quality of stillness. Activating that compassion, generosity, qualities of the heart. I invite you to come down and have a little rest onto the mat. So come down into crocodile pose. Separate your feet wide, heels in, toes pointed out. One arm on top of the other, forehead onto your arms, and just take some nice, slow, long, deep breaths. Pressing down into the abdomen, into the belly. And through your body. And the body rests onto the mat. Notice the places you can feel the ground underneath. Then becoming aware of your feet and legs once more, starting to walk the feet closer together. Let the tops of the feet relax down and allow the big toes to just touch. And then stretch both arms out in front. Palms down, breathe out. So we're going to come into the 4-stage cobra. We're going to do a few extra things here as well. So first of all, breathe out, let your body relax. And you want to keep your glutes as relaxed as possible. And then engage pelvic floor muscle and abdominals. And as you breathe in, start to lift the torso, the chest from the mat, but keep your palms down. That's it, breathing in and out. And it's as though you're pressing down into the palms, but there's a thread attached to the chest, and that thread's drawing you forwards. And then let the body come down as you breathe out. Bring the hands in one more hand length. This time the forearms are going to lift from the mat again. So breathe out. And as you breathe in, pressing down into the palms, forearms lift, chest lifts. Use slow, long breaths. Let the body come back down. Hands come in again. This time your thumbs are at eye level. I'm going to come into the Sphinx pose. So breathe out, feel relaxed and steady, shoulders relaxed. As you breathe in, start to move from the base of the spine, lifting the torso, pressing down into the palms. Bring your elbows in underneath your shoulders. Forearms down. Separate the fingers. Check your shoulders are above your elbows. And visualize that there's a golden thread attached to your chest, your sternum. And that thread is drawing you forwards. You're pressing the hands and the forearms down towards the mat. So there's a resistance there. And you'll feel this in the lumbar part of the spine. And then begin to let your head turn to the right side. And then glide it through and look to the left. And just repeat that a few times in your own time, just letting the head glide. If you still feel comfortable and safe, let your chin drop down so it stretches out all the muscles in your neck. Taking a few breaths here. Really relaxing into it, really trusting yourself. You can support the weight of your head. Then lifting your head back up. Let the elbows go back out to the sides. And then if you want to stay at this pose and repeat the Sphinx pose, you can. If you want to lay and go into crocodile pose, you can. Or if you want to try and come into cobra, bring your hands back so your hands are underneath your shoulders and your elbows are in towards your body. We're going to rise up into the pose of the striking cobra. And this represents us traveling up through our challenges in life to meet our challenges head on. As you breathe in now, gently press down into the palms. Use your core muscles and let your torso lift from the mat. Press down into the palms. Keep your abdomen down onto the mat. Elbows in towards your body. Legs remain relaxed on the mat. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring shoulders back. Then let the body come down. Relax for a breath or two. And then I'm going to invite you to come into another pose. I think it's called the snake. So you're going to take your hands around, sweep your hands all the way around, and interlace your hands just around the sacrum, so around here. Squeeze shoulder blades together. And what you're going to do is you're going to lift up, engaging your glutes this time, and you're going to bring your shoulder blades together and lift the legs from the mat using your core muscles. Focusing on those nice long, slow breaths. Beautiful. Let the body come down, rest. Okay, and if you want to ease out of it and come to crocodile, you can. Or if you want to experience another one of these style of poses, sweep your arms forward, so your arms come out in front like you're a superhero. Breathe out, engage core muscles, and then this time you can lift your arms and your legs from the mat. And then let the body come down. Separating your feet, let your heels be in, toes pointed out. Place your forehead onto your arms, take some breaths. That lovely sense of relaxation through your body. And when you're ready, you can bring your heels closer together. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders and lift back into the pose of a child. Your hips come back to join your heels, arms are out in front, forehead down. And then bring your hands back by your ankles, palms facing upwards. And I'm going to invite you to come up from that shape whenever you're ready. So if you want to spend another minute or so down there, you can. We've done quite a lot of strong back bends. I just want to close your eyes for a moment. So I hope you enjoyed that little sequence of strong back bending poses. So I've been leading up to something. Got another one for you, but I thought I ought to demonstrate first of all, because to be honest with you, I've never taught this pose until this morning. I taught it to the kids, but in my years, I've been teaching about 10 years. And I realised I've never ever taught it. And we used to do it in a class with our teacher Wendy quite often. And it's called the locust, and it's a strong back bending pose. So I'm going to do a little demo for you, and you might want to use a cushion to put underneath your hips. It's up to you. So I'll come over to the camera so you can see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make two really gentle fists, and I'm going to place my fist just around my hip bones, just here. But then I'm going to come down onto my tummy. So I'm just showing you. I'm going to place them underneath my hips. And you have your shoulders really relaxed on the mat. So my hands are going underneath. Chin's down on the mat, shoulders are relaxed. That's it really. So I thought I ought to show you what it looks like. Did you want to have a go at it, or have you had enough? Yeah, you want to have a go, good. So come down onto your mats, get your little gentle fist, and if you want to pop a cushion there, because the hands can sometimes, I've got loads of carpets here, so it's quite soft where I am, but if it's not very soft, you might want a cushion for your hands to not feel quite so squished. So you get your little gentle fist. I have the back of my hands down and my fingers in towards those hip bones, and find a place where they kind of nestle in. And first thing to do is just to breathe out and try and relax your shoulders as much as possible. And then you're going to use your core muscles in your glutes and your quads. So breathe out, engage those core muscles, and then gently begin to lift the legs from the mat so they lift up. But you want to keep your shoulders as relaxed as possible down there, so it's got softness to it as well. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring your legs down when you're ready. If you want to hold them there for a few moments, feel free. If you want to lower them down and re-lift, again, you're very welcome to. Just experiment with it, explore. So whatever you do, get your breathing steady and even, and feel so you're being kind to your body when you're moving into this shape. Place the legs back down. And then if you want to have another lift, have another go. Enjoy moving into your locust pose. It gives you energy, gives you strength. And then to come down out a bit, I'm going to bring you back into crocodile pose. So you rest deeply, separate your feet, have your heels pointing in, toes pointing out, so you flatten the hips and pelvis. Let your hands, your arms fold underneath your forehead and breathe deeply. We're working with the water element now. You're soothing that water element. Everything's been activated, strengthened, stretched. Now it's time to ease and to soothe. And some nice slow, long breaths here, feeling the support of the ground. When you're ready, you can bring your heels in back together. Press your palms down into the mat, and again, lift yourself back into the pose of a child. Arms are stretched out in front first of all. And then bringing your hands back by your ankles again, really encouraging those shoulders to soften and relax. And then unfurling your spine and completing this evening's practice by just taking both palms up above the body, let your palms connect. And draw your hands down towards your heart. And I'm going to invite you to come down onto your backs. And we're going to have a lovely relaxation, but we'll start off by pop your socks and all your comfies on. We'll do a little bit to release and relax the sacrum before you lay back, so we'll do a twist. But just get yourself prepared with your blankets and things. And you get down onto your back, just let your knees come in towards your chest and have a rock from side to side. And circle your knees as well. Right. Slide your left leg away, bring your right knee down towards your chest. And just take a nice deep breath in. And as you breathe out, press that knee down towards your chest. And just gently press the back of the left thigh down towards the mat. Then circle your knee around a few times so it loosens out your hip. Lovely. Bring your foot over towards your knee, so your arch of your foot's placed onto your knee. Place your other hand onto your knee, and then bring the other arm down onto the mat by your side. Take a nice long deep breath in. And as you breathe out, let your hips and pelvis roll and come into that beautiful twist. Turning your head away from your body. We're just going to relax into it for a few breaths. Roll yourself back towards the middle. Straighten up your hips. Slide your right leg away. Bring your left knee in. And just circle your knee around a few times. And then just pause, breathe in. As you breathe out, press your knee down and press the back of the right thigh down towards the mat. And then coming into your twist, so the arch of your foot rests over your knee. Place your right hand onto your knee, left arm on the mat at the side, and then roll down into your lovely twist. And let your shoulders relax and let your head turn so you're looking in the opposite direction. And then roll yourself back to the middle to bring your knees in again. And just do what feels good to release and relax your sacrum. All those twists. And then it's time. Slide your legs away. Get your blankets, palms face upwards. Get yourself very still and steady, ready for your shavasana, your relaxation. Close your eyes. And just become aware of where your body meets the ground. Scanning through your body, just taking that time to move your awareness through from your feet. Slow, long breaths. Awareness moves through the feet, the bones in your feet and your ankle, relaxing the foot. And awareness travel along through the leg, the knee, and the hip. The body, the front of the body, your shoulders and your arms. As you come towards your chest, take a few long, slow breaths in and really feel that expansion in your chest and your lungs. And that feeling of softness and relaxation as you breathe out. Just the back of the head resting on the mat. Your awareness now come into your feet, into your toes. And just breathing in and drawing the toes in towards you. So you feel the stretch down through the back of the legs. And breathe out, push the toes away. And repeating that, breathing in, drawing the toes in. Breathe out, push the toes away. Tightening the feet, so scrunching up your toes, pressing the heel down into the mat, breathing into them. And breathe out and soften. Tightening the calf muscles. Breathing into the calves. Breathe out and soften. Gently lift the kneecaps so you feel the quads engaging. Breathe into them. And breathe out. Tapping the glutes, left side and right side, squeezing into them, breathing into them. And breathe out and soften. Drawing tummy button down towards the spine. Lifting pelvic floor. Breathing in and out here as you hold those muscles. Hold that strength. And gently soften and let go. Awareness now come up into your chest and into your lungs. And take a deep breath in and really expand down into the ribs. Breathe out and softly let go. Relaxing your shoulders and your arms. Roll your thumbs in towards your palms. Wrap your fingers around your thumbs. Tighten the muscles in the arms. Breathe into the arms. And as you breathe out, relax, release, and let go, stretching the fingers. Repeating that again. So roll the thumbs in, wrap the fingers around the thumbs. This time tighten the arms, but lift the arms from the mat a few centimeters and hold the arms. And breathe out, soften, let go. Turning the head now, the left side and right side. Relaxing all those muscles and bones in the neck. then let your head come back to the middle. Scrunch up your eyes, furrow the brow, move the jaw. And just spend a few moments softening the features in the face, working your way through from the forehead, down past the eyes and the cheeks, to the mouth. Checking that the body feels safe and secure, and inviting a wave of relaxation. Breathe that wave of relaxation down into your lungs. Feel the lungs expand in the belly. And softly breathe out and feel that ripple, that wave of relaxation as it moves down through your body. Breathing in again, feeling the expansion in the abdomen. Wave of relaxation starts to travel in through the soles of your feet. We're going to breathe it up through the body, breathing it out. Breathing in through the ankles, into the shins and calves. Softening the strong muscles, delicate bones. Breathing out and letting go. Wave of relaxation releases and dissolves tension and tiredness. A wave of relaxation now arrives around your knees, soothing the knees, breathing it up into the quads, into the strong muscles in the legs. As you breathe out, the legs completely relax. Wave of relaxation now arrives at the base of the body. And it soothes that energy center, that Muladhara center, the root, the connection to the earth. As you breathe out, you let go. Wave of relaxation now starts to travel up towards the navel, soothing the organs within that area, the organs of reproduction, area of Swadhisthana, one's own abode, bringing emotional balance, allowing creativity to flow. Wave of relaxation arrives into the abdomen. The digestive organs benefit. The Manipura center. Bring it in and feel the abdomen expand with that wave of relaxation. Feel it in your physical body, in every cell. Breathing out, letting go. Breathing that wave through into the heart. Expansion in the chest. Anahata center, the center of joy, generosity, compassion, love, courage. Breathing those qualities. Coming in on that wave of relaxation. Arms and hands and shoulders. And the wave reaches towards the neck and the throat. Bring it with it, bringing you a sense of clarity and calm. Wave of relaxation flows up into the face and it soothes the jaw. Smile relaxes your cheeks, your eyes. all the way up towards the forehead, creating an environment of ease. And as you breathe out this time, just inviting you to spend a few quiet moments resting here. Okay, we're going to begin this process of reawakening now. Begin by taking a deep, nourishing breath in, hearing the sound of your breath as it re-enters the body. And as you breathe out, begin to allow subtle movements to return. Just start moving the fingers and the toes. And feel as though the body's surrounded by the brightest light, an energizing light, bringing vitality, well-being on all levels. Begin to breathe this light in, allowing it to enter down into the very core of your being, energizing you, filling you up with that fresh energy and vitality, flowing down over the crown of the head and down through the central column of the body, down into the arms and down into the spine, into the legs, the hips, the knees, the feet. And every cell within your body's nourished, every organ, every system. Taking a few deep breaths now and having a stretch. And maybe turning yourself over onto whichever side suits you best. And pressing your palms down into the mat and just bringing yourself into a comfortable seat. Palms come together, just rub your hands together. Put your nice warm palms over your eyes. Your eyes up into your palms. And then separate your fingers, allowing the light to gently travel in. And give yourself a soft tap on the face and bring yourself back to your physical body. Yourself dust off. A nice hug. As well. And then by just taking your palms up overhead, let your palms come together. And your hands come down to your heart. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May all beings be at peace.